We have had the president's speech. We have had the president's speech. I said, let other leaders come here. We discuss and respond appropriately. That's all. Leave the police. Let them be where they are. Today, he said we should stop protest. Today is Sunday we are here. If we now decide to stop from Monday, that's a different thing. We cannot say we should stop. We are not soldiers. It did not bring us here. We are protesting against this policy. We have to go where we go. Now this thing, they are not necessarily very quick.
You may also say that Nigerians are protesting against bad government. But the truth is, whatever bad government they are protesting now was necessitated by the bad policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a bad president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a failed president. In 1 year in office, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made everything in this country worse. And by the way, people keep talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu policies. They will tell you, hold on, the president is working, the president policies will come into fruition, it will take time. Ask them a very simple question. What exactly is the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he is implementing? What are those policies that he has put in place that in the next 2, 3, 4 years is going to bring results, is going to bring fruit? What exactly do you want Nigerians to look up to and say, okay, in the next 3 years, we are going to see a result of what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done? Ask them just one. They will not mention anything to you. There is no policies on ground. All this government is doing is propaganda. Several people have called on the president to speak to Nigerians to address them regarding this protest. He said he's going to address Nigerians, and Nigerians were eagerly waiting for him to address them. But Tinubu did a recorded broadcast addressing Nigerians. What level of insensitivity is that? Like I've already said, the president is so insensitive. Yes, we know that even Buhari will not do it, but Tinubu's own is worst. In the 1 year in office, people are protesting against you. The only thing you needed to do was to speak to them and address their concern, but you did not do it. You went on a recorded speech rather than holding a live broadcast to address Nigerians. At least what you would have done was to allay their fears, but you did not do any of that. The few days Nigerians have gone on the street to protest, they've been killed, they've been harassed, they've been humiliated by the security agencies that are under your command. Rather than holding those security agencies accountable, there is no reason, no right for the security agencies to humiliate Nigerians. Before this protest even commenced, the government has said that this protest will be infiltrated and hijacked by hoodlums. Now, pro-government demonstrators went on the streets to protest in favor of the government. Nobody hijacked that protest. Asari Dokubo came on a live television and threatened protesters that they should not come out and protest, else they will see woto woto. Protesters came out and they see woto woto. Police humiliated them. Thus humiliated them, and then the police were saying that protesters were not peaceful. No, the government infiltrated that protest. This is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. Rather than holding those that infiltrated the protest accountable, you are blaming the protesters of being enemies of Nigeria. You are blaming them of trying to, scuttle the peace and their policies that you've put in place. You are blaming them of taking your policies back. This is not the way to be a leader. This is not the way to be a president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown that he is not sensitive. You should have addressed the issue of humiliation, the issue of intimidation, the issue of brutalization, the issue that people were killed, Nigerians were killed, and the president showed no regard. And you're telling the citizens on the street to go home, they should not protest again. What level of insensitivity is that? You need to understand that the citizens of this country, they own this country. You do not own this country. You are there because they wanted you to be there. Of course, they did not want you to be there. You grab and you run. You grab, you snatch, and you run away with that vote. They allow you to be there, and in 1 year you made the situation you met on ground worse times 10. That is not what a leader should do. A leader should put things in place that will alleviate the suffering and pains of the masses that he met while in power. A lot of persons are saying, give the president time, give the president time. Give the president time to do what? What exactly is Tinubu doing? Tinubu is not doing anything. What Tinubu is doing is what we call palliative government. And there is nowhere in the world that palliative government has ever worked. You cannot be using palliative to placate 200 million persons. No, not everybody is hungry. People want an environment that their businesses can thrive. People want a secure environment. And you're doing palliative government. We are not a nation that is in war. We are not fighting war. There is no war going on in Nigeria. Stop giving us palliative. We don't need your palliative. And even the so-called palliative is not even going to the intended people. Look at the 20 trucks of rice that was sent to state. These rice are being repackaged and sold back in the market. This is the reason why palliative have never worked. But yet the president keep doing the same thing over and over again. This is the same thing that President Muhammadu Buhari did that yield no meaningful result. How many of you received palliative from President Muhammadu Buhari? Nobody. Yet Tinubu has come online and is doing the same thing. Of course, he said he will continue from where President Muhammadu Buhari stopped. And that also includes destroying the economy. Because President Muhammadu Buhari destroyed the economy, Tinubu is continuing in that same trajectory. You are not the only president that took over office. You have a 40-year-old Senegalese that took over office and is addressing the concern of Senegal. You have Javier Milei in Argentina that took over office the same time he also took over office. He met inflation on ground. He met a battered and a worse economy. What did he do? He reduced the cost of governance by sacking almost 50% of the ministers. That is what we expected you to do. But you've gone ahead and increased the size of your cabinet, and you are telling us that we should endure the pain that you inflicted on Nigerians. The pain that Nigerians are going through was inflicted by your policies, and one of that policies is the policies of the first subsidy remover. If you listen to Mr. P2B, many persons have said that all the presidential candidates said that you were going to remove first subsidy, including Mr. P2B. P2B said that I will remove the first subsidy by 50%, not total removal. 50%. And after doing that, I will address the issue of insecurity so that our farmers can go to farm. Once insecurity is addressed and farmers go to farm, the food inflation will go down. Tinubu did not address insecurity after removing fuel subsidy. Farmers cannot go to farm. We are currently battling with insecurity. That is the reason why we are having food inflation, because our farmers can no longer go to farm. And again, he also went and increased the interest rate. That same interest rate was criticized by Mr. P2B. P2B told them in February that this interest rate will cause problem in our society. This interest rate will make the economy worse. This is to tell you that if P2B was there, he will not remove the fuel subsidy totally. He will remove it by 50% and then address the insecurity, and he will not increase the interest rate by 50%. You can see that it is the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is affecting Nigerians, that is causing this problem in the land. P2B was so vocal about oil theft. He said that the oil theft will solve. Oil theft is still going on in this administration. P2B will not allow oil theft to go in this administration because he will not involve in the stealing. The people that are stealing this oil well, they are the people in government. They are stealing the resources of this country. We are a mono-economy country. Our largest revenue is oil. If this oil is stolen, it will affect everything that has to do with this country. Imagine the NNPC looking for loan. Do you know what that means? NNPC was supposed to be giving loan to the federal government, but NNPC is now looking for loan. That is to tell you how bastardized this institution in our country are. So these are the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This man has not done anything. This man is not doing anything, and this man will not do anything. Give Bola Ahmed Tinubu 4 years to still rule this country. He will not do anything. The situation will keep getting worse. Look at all his cabinet members. What exactly are they doing? They are not doing anything. All they do is to involve themselves in propaganda upon propaganda. That is why Nigerians are on the street protesting. But rather than addressing them, you are gaslighting them. You are sending the security agencies against them to go and suppress them. You will not suppress Nigerians forever. A hungry man is an angry man, and Nigerians are hungry and they are angry. That is why they are on the street. We are going to see who is going to win this battle. Is it the president or Nigerians? 200 million Nigerians over the presidency. We are going to see the end of this thing. But if I'm the president, I will listen to Nigerians. I will listen to their demands. I will meet their demands. And the truth is, meeting the demands of Nigerians is not a rocket science. Reversing the fuel subsidy is not a rocket science, because that fuel subsidy is a scam. You remove fuel subsidy, yet we are still buying fuel 1,000 naira, and the government is not doing anything about it. The government is so silent, is so mute. The people are suffering the more.